Nice. Nice.
It's
Hello.
Yet another episode
Ho.
of Mike and Vittorio's Guide to Parenting.
You didn't think we'd be back again.
They said it couldn't be done.
We're relentless.
They said 61 episodes was the most anyone has ever done of a podcast. But we're breaking down barriers.
Fuck off.
We're fucking the patriarchy.
Fuck the patriarchy.
Right in the ass.
Yeah.
But not in a way that would make it feel good.
No. Wait, that's like, ouch.
Ouchie patriarchy.
Ouchie. Oh, stop that
Right
now.
in the patriarchy.
Do you know what's funny, actually? You just said that. Someone was telling me the other day, a friend of mine, I was in Berlin, and he was like, he's saying how he was pegged, you know what I mean? And then
A very Berlin type of chat to be had.
yeah. And he said, it was, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times kind of thing. But he got pegged. But then he said to me, he was like, but if you're getting pegged, he's like, make sure you do it with someone you trust. And I was like, all right, yeah. I'll make sure that if I get pegged, I'll have Bernie Sanders do it. But I also loved the idea of doing someone's like, make sure you do it with someone you trust, as if, no, I was going to get pegged by my sworn enemy, is what I was planning on doing.
Pegged by the Artful Dodger.
By Bernie Madoff.
I'm going to get pegged by Nick Clegg.
Yeah, just the most devious, deceitful people on earth. Yeah, I would, Gav, if I was going to get pegged, I wouldn't be looking for, some kind of a roving sadist.
Some guy hustling down at the pool hall.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Makes you that so Berlin.
I know.
Like, now I know it's tempting to get pegged by that fox from... what's the fucking fable? There's a fable about a devious fox. I can't remember it now.
The horrible Mr. Fox.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is Roald Dahl, I think.
Yeah, that was Roald Dahl.
This is the sequel. When he goes bad, he turns heel in the WWE.
Yeah, lad, I know all about people turning heel now at the minute. I'm in this like just weird little fucking parallel universe of just going down these crazy WWE rabbit
You're into
holes.
the WWE now, which
But
is very exciting.
But like up to my nuts. Not really the current WWE. I know what's going on in the current
You're just
WWE.
watching old stuff.
It's old stuff, the history of it. It's like, I'm gone back to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is currently a 78-year-old man.
This is classic, Mike. It only gets into something once allegations have come out.
Well, then I started to think, this is a fun guy. This is a party animal. This is a guy I could learn a bit more about. I could learn from.
Classic Mike wasn't into Cosby until the charges
I never liked
came
his
out.
comedy, no. And then I thought, interesting guy. He got a lot done. Got away with a lot. Did I say that? I told you. Maybe I've told you this joke before. I used to have this joke I would say in Chicago. I just thought it was a great. Left turn, where I would say, Bill Cosby, I'd say, do you know what? I'll be honest with you, lads. I never fucking liked him. There was always just something about him. I could always just kind of tell he was black. You know what I mean? Oh,
That's my kind of joke. That.
That's a nasty little joke.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's just so silly.
I thought it was a great little joke, but people, you can imagine now that.
It's a big swing in Chicago, I would say.
Oh, the blue-haired brigade were like, no, fuck.
Well, I was less thinking of the blue-haired brigade. I was thinking of all the black people that live in Chicago.
Ah, yeah, they would.
But you weren't doing those gigs, were you?
I did a couple of them now, and they would have liked me because I, at that point, I should not like that's that much different now. But they like kind of like, so I'd be, I don't know, I had some like fucking, I don't know, hack Catholic priest fucking jokes or something, and they'd liked about them shagging children, and the black audience would love that. They'd be like, you stupid,
Yeah.
you crazy,
Yeah.
why, what you saying out of? So they'd love that.
Yeah.
They just thought they love it if they just they like it if they just think you're mental. If you come on as a white guy and you're like, here's my smart takes, they'll just be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
They want you to come on and just be like, seem, I think, just out of control. And just like you're not well.
They don't want to see a white guy winning.
Nah. They want to see you just.
They don't want to see a put together white guy.
Absolutely not.
Those are the ones that do the damage. Those are the ones that
100%.
cause the problems. The put together white man.
Yeah, the rabid mad dog white men. If there was more of them, then black people would be in a better spot, you know?
Yep.
You know? Am I right?
Yeah, if there was more. I mean, although the rabid, insane white men do seem to ascend quite quickly to power nowadays.
I mean, yeah. That's
Just
right.
absolute fuck donkeys.
Fuck donkeys. Who you calling a fuck donkey?
Biden.
Oh man, you think Biden is a rabid? I mean, that guy is
It's
fucking.
America. We can do anything.
We can do anything. Where's Barajo Abumo?
The Canberra Matumbo.
My former presidente. He's so like he can't get anything right.
He has a wife, doesn't he, Dr. Jill Biden?
Huh?
Isn't that it? What's she at?
Dr. Silly Hayden. We're America. Yeah, we're number one again.
America is. Have you seen that clip? America is a country that can be described in a single word. Oscar for subscriber.
In a single word that doesn't exist. God, he's
Vladimir Poopin.
great. This guy, Vladimir Poopin. He's pooping and he's glad. And we're here in America. We're going to stop your glad poops.
And the president of Ukraine, Monica Lewinsky.
Monica Lewinsky, what she did with Bill Clinton, that was their business. Okay?
There's no reason to invade.
Do you know, did we talk about this last time that Clinton, when he was shagging your one Lewinsky, he got cigar holders or cigar cases and was shoving them up her vaginal cavity?
Now, if there's two things in the world that have quite a distinct smell to them,
Yeah.
it's cigar holders and fannies.
It's when an unstoppable force meets an unmovable object.
Do you reckon it just smells of nothing?
When you the cigar meets the vagina smell, and it just becomes
Because I have there's like
neutralized.
a box of I have like a little, memories box. I got some Polaroids in there and some little trinkets from bits and bobs. And there's one, the cigar case from the infamous picture of me smoking the cigar when I got nominated for the award.
Ah, yes.
That's in there, and every time you open the box, the room smells of cigars.
Yeah.
Straight away, it just never goes away.
But do we like the smell of cigars? That's what I want to know.
I like cigars for no other reason than I don't mind the physicality, the taste of it or whatever. It's just fine, whatever.
Right.
I like that you don't have to inhale it. That's nice.
That's
You can
pretty
just,
nice.
Anyone can do it. But just they're so silly.
Just as in they're fun.
Just
funny,
all the boys being like,
yeah, they are.
you know what I mean? You're just like, hey, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, because you feel it's like you're Churchill, Stalin, and Roosevelt. Your
Yeah.
lines, you're coming to organize, a different how we're going to beat the Nazis kind of thing, and you're all just sitting around in a circle. It is cool.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's just such a silly thing to be getting on with.
Wouldn't it be fun? And obviously, we're probably never going to get there in our lifetime, and it's not the way we're wired. But wouldn't it be fun to be like a corporate fat cat sitting in a private members lounge, sucking on your cigars, deciding
Cigar
to do
every day.
really amoral things?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cigar
Yeah.
every day is a
Dump it in the
crazy
ocean.
vibe.
Huh?
Cigar every day is a crazy vibe.
Yeah.
Anytime I have a cigar, it's it's a moment. It's a big
Right.
thing,
But what I'm saying what I'm trying to instill in here, wouldn't it be fun to be like an evil capitalist fat cat? With your other evil
but that's part
capitalist-
of the lifestyle of that is
Right.
is cigar every day and just drinking whiskey at your desk
Yeah.
in a 3-piece suit, double-breasted jacket.
Uh-huh.
What the
And shitting on your secretary's head.
You were back to Vince McMahon.
Now we're
again.
back to Vince McMahon. He's a good man.
He's a cigar fella.
He's a
Isn't he?
sexual innovator.
But isn't it so crazy that 100 years ago, every politician was just fucking steaming
Yeah.
at all times? They were just absolutely blocked on whiskey.
Well, see, I think the reality is that because Churchill was such a famous pisshead, and not only was he a pisshead, and would he start drinking at fucking, right now he'd be boozing. And next thing he's coming out with these fucking great speeches. And he was only sleeping a couple of hours a night. So
Yeah.
he was an incredibly like productive piss head that I think we kind of then think, they were all drinking. But I think most people, I mean, you just can't, that just doesn't work. You know what I mean? For the majority of people.
But like quite a lot of society wasn't working at that time. And do you think it is just because they were all fucking
just pissed.
blocked off their heads? Just sat there sipping whiskey going, what should we do about like when every time anybody shits, they just throw it into the street? Like we should probably solve that. Nah, it's funny.
Fuck it.
It's funny.
Shit, just put your arse out the window and just...
Supposedly
Shit in
that's
someone's head.
that's the etymology of the phrase shit-faced.
Is someone...
They would throw their bucket of shit out the window
right.
and you would be too drunk to like hear that they had shouted that.
Yeah.
And you would get shit on your face.
Cool, would they throw it out and be like, 4?
Yeah.
I throw a bucket
two,
of shite.
I think 2.
Huh?
2.
2. Wouldn't that be that'd be some nasty task? Because I was drunk as a lord there last night now. And if I swear to God, if I was walking down Holloway Road and I just fucking drunkenly looked up and saw a fucking little tsunami of shite coming my way, just onto my face.
That would be so bad, wouldn't
Oh! Someone's headed after all.
it? But you know
I'd have to kill a man.
Yeah, I think I would.
I'd have to find that man and kill. I'd have to spend the rest of my life finding who that was, and I'd have to kill them.
I think genuinely if I was steaming and somebody threw shit in my face, I would cry so much.
You would cry, lad.
Man. Yeah, I think you would cry. I think anybody's crying in that moment.
I don't know because I think
The fury would overtake the sadness.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. Listen, it's not like I've had shit in my face probably.
Yes, you're more accustomed to that.
From my farming background, I've had a big hot load of shite in my face, in my mouth, up my arse, everywhere, my whole childhood. So I'm kind of used to it, but there is something, incredibly devious about human shit. You know what I mean? Like a cow's shit I can get on board with. I learned to like it, now I need to come. But a human shit, it's the intent.
There's probably
than
more
anything.
variation in a human shit. I mean, you'll know better than I will. Like, was there any days where you would give the cows like spicy grass, and then the next day the poo would be spicy?
No, we didn't. We didn't try to. We didn't. No, we didn't give them. We weren't like putting like sriracha on their, in their fucking silage. No, but the cow. That's the thing. The cows, because we give them all the same food. We didn't have favorites because there's a little thing we had called decency. It was fucking communism. Everyone got treated the same. They were all kidnapped, and we stole all their children and murdered them all, but equally.
You killing the calves?
Huh? No. Well, no. You don't kill the calves. No, but you steal the calves from their mother.
So they can keep milking.
Well, yeah, so then the
Because
mother...
this is the thing that vegans talk about quite a lot. They're kept in a state of perpetual kind of pregnancy or perpetual tits.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course they're kept in it. Well, how are we going to keep milking them if they don't keep making milk? These vegans, they just... You know what I mean? There's another thing, actually, that I'm going to do. The next time someone tells me that they're vegan, they're getting the Stephen Bartlett treatment. Bar of soap in a sock. Fuck off. I don't mind you being a vegan. I don't mind that.
Just fuck up about it.
But just don't be trying to take the food out of my family's mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to think about the farmers.
You got to think about the farmers.
If your family had to pivot to a different type of farming that was, I mean, vegan farming is quite hard, I guess.
Yeah.
What would you think would be the best pivot for your family to move to?
If we got out of cows.
Sheep shearing?
No.
Is that vegan? Can vegans wear wool?
Huh?
Because I've seen pictures of unshorn sheep and they just look fucking mad.
Yeah.
They're just like absolutely covered in wool. They can't move.
That's right.
So you need to shear sheep.
You kind of need to shear the sheep, and you're just giving them a haircut. I mean, the vegans can't be complaining about the sheep's looking hot.
Yeah, you can't.
About sexy sheep, although it does cause a moral disturbance in the countryside with these sexy
Sexy
sheep with their new haircuts.
Skin fades.
That's right. Then everyone's just kind of, in the bushes waiting for the sheep and just out. I don't think actually people really, obviously Welsh people, I think genuinely do shag sheep, but I think in Ireland it's a myth. We're a cousins town.
Connor Keys had a funny joke about where he would just like describe like the ins and outs of actually how you do shag a sheep. He's like, you have your big wellies on that are a size too big for you, and it's just so specific. And now you're thinking, why do the wellies need to be a size too big? And this is because you need a little gap at the front of the welly so you can put the sheep's feet into the front of the welly. And they're not getting anywhere.
Oh, Jesus, that's good. Fucking hell, that's funny. Tell me this, and tell me no more, Vito Corleone.
Speaking of that.
What? The
Vito
Godfather?
Corleone. Did you see
I
the
saw,
fucking...
yeah. Someone put you down as the Godfather.
Vittorio Corleone.
Yeah.
In the Glasgow venue, if you haven't seen it, the garage on their screen of like upcoming events, it was like Sam Campbell, Vittorio Corleone.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, I'm just like, what has happened there? Because obviously they're just copying across from the event listings.
Right.
But have they just tried to remember all of the event listings in their mind? Or have they just literally read my name and gone, nope?
I think what happened is they're like Vittorio Angelone. It's like, they're like, I know what sounds better than that.
Yeah, the guy from The Godfather.
But from The Godfather, Corleone, that'll get the people in.
Well, people don't seem to like clock that when I say that I'm like Vittorio, like, because he's never really referred to as Vittorio in The Godfather, and now I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen The Godfather?
No.
And you're an Italian. Like,
I've only seen the third one.
I tell you what bothers me about you sometimes is something like, you've only seen the third one.
That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a
You
joke.
just cut straight to the shittest one.
That was a joke.
Look,
I was trying to piss you off.
But like, how is your father? See, this is where I think your father is a cowardly half man. How have you not shown your son? You're Italians, and you didn't watch The Godfather. That is mental.
Yeah.
What were you watching? Like on just a normal day, like as you got into your teens, like let's put a film on. And you're like, what? Oh, let's say, a biopic about the man who invented the fucking triangle or whatever. What was it? Why would you not? Did you watch Goodfellas?
No.
What's your dad's problem? He's ashamed of being Italian. He wanted you to be Protestant.
Well, maybe it's because these representations of Italians is kind of wrapped up in organised crime isn't something that he wanted us to live up to.
Oh my God, that's so lame. What a virgin. What a fucking virgin.
Maybe he wanted us to fight against those stereotypes that
But
exist.
I will say, the thing is, especially with you, although you probably are too fond of crying and stuff, but you could be a very good behind the scenes man in the mob. You know what I mean?
As in, do you mean like an extra in The Sopranos, or do you mean like actually?
No,
like
I mean
crunching the numbers or like getting shit done or what? Do you think?
in the mafia, you're like they're kind of like this. They'd be like, this Vito kid, he's smart. We need to protect him. You'd be kind of like in the movie Casino. There's a guy called Ace Rothstein who's played by De Niro, who's actually Jewish.
One of the tunnel guys.
I'm still not convinced that you're not Jewish.
There's not a tunnel in the world this head could fit in.
But your head could, I feel like your head could be used to create tunnels. You know what I mean?
The burrowing Jew.
The burrowing Jew. Vittorio Angelone Stein.
I always loved that. And yet again, to take you away from talking about The Godfather and to some actual cinema at the end of The Incredibles.
Jesus, good God. You fucking
The
bum.
Underminer. Do you remember The Underminer?
No!
You've seen The Incredibles?
Yeah, a long time ago.
At the very, very end. I'm the Underminer. I am always beneath you, but nothing is beneath me. And he like has a little drill that goes through the Earth's crust.
Yeah.
Why are you not into that now? It's so good.
I know. To be fair, you did do, and I can't remember that, but you did do a good impression of the Underminer. But it's just funny that these are the cultural references that you have in your head. It's like, the Underminer from the end of The Incredibles.
I'm Scottish now.
Yeah, you're Scottish now.
Although I was on somebody else's podcast recently, and I thought, yeah, Mike's gonna think that's very on brand. Not that you would listen to it, but I was on Enjoy an Album.
Now
there's a good pair of lads.
They're lovely. With Dale and Boyd.
We've only been
succulent pair of
We've only
boys.
Been on that podcast with other. You were on with Chris and not Liam.
That's right.
I've been on twice and Chris hasn't been there either time.
He's boycott.
I'm being boycotted.
You're being boycotted. Christopher MacArthur boycotted. That's nasty now.
Yeah, I don't know why. spend too much time with Frankie Boyle.
But tell me now, Frankie boiled egg. Listen, come here to me. So you went on what album? Like,
so I've done it twice now.
Right.
First time I went on, and I was slated for the first time I went on for choosing Paolo Nutini, Sunny Side Up.
Okay, you were slated by who now?
With Neil.
Because I went in, I did Westlife, World of Their Own, and I was universally praised for this choice.
I was just called like a basic bitch the whole time.
But what's with that? He likes kind of lads that kind of be biting the heads off of bats and screaming about their mother's.
He likes
vagina
anything that's just like weird and artsy and strange and
I can't even. Do you know what? And that will say. And I know you've got a refined music taste, and like you like kind of like people playing flutes on the top of mountains and kind of, isn't it? And kind of like old like shamanic chants and things and. Just all
Shamanic Street Preachers.
That's good. Shamanic Street Preachers. You can't take that away from him. He's not without talent.
So silly.
A brain that has been devised for just absolute fucking bollocks. So
I did Paolo Nutini, Sunny Side Up.
Yes, Sunny Side Up,
which is absolutely brilliant. And my main point of contention with Liam didn't like that one of the bonus tracks was called Smokey Joe's Cafe, which is like kind of like a deep south, like almost like it sounds very like gospel-y or something. It's like wah, Smokey Joe's Cafe. That's very like blues. Like one day while I was eating beans at Smokey Joe's Cafe.
Nice.
And he was like, "Do you not think this is some kind of cultural appropriation?" And I'm like, "They have cafes in Scotland."
Yeah.
He's eaten beans before. It's not like he's singing about fucking picking cotton in the fields.
Yeah.
He's singing about eating beans. Anyone can sing about eating beans. That's not owned by a race.
That's right. And the fact that you're saying, oh, those people are bean people, you're being racist with
That's
Nail.
crazy.
Yeah.
If anyone, that's Mexicans.
Yeah. They're the bean heads. But like, is it, you call them, or beaners? Beaners.
I think that might be really offensive.
Huh? I think it 100% is really offensive. In fact, I know it is. And it didn't stop me saying it.
But they have that big bean in Chicago. You must have seen that when you were there, the big bean.
Oh, fucking...
Big silver bean.
Marjorie O'Reilly's clit.
I don't know where
that is. That was the big bean I was visiting every night. No. She is a woman who owned a bar called the Blarney Stone in Chicago.
Mm.
And then when people were like, oh, you're going to go visit the bean? And they meant her clitoris. Because she had a big, massive clit, apparently. But anyway.
And it was silver.
Huh?
And it was silver.
And it was silver, yeah. So there is a massive bean in Chicago. And you go down to the bean and you stand under it.
Do people flick it?
Huh?
Do people flick it as like a joke?
Yeah, if you go down there, like if you were there right now, it'll be probably about, I would say, 100 to 200 Asian tourists just all going, oh, and they're just flicking this big Chinese, I swear to God, oh, and they're just flicking this silver bean, and they're like, oh, it's gonna come now. That's never happened, but... Oh, do you know what? I can't.
You can tell when Mike's got some kind of illness coursing through his system because he gets quite racist.
I don't think that was. Sure, probably was. Listen, but it's not. But when people say it was racial, not racist, because racist, I hate people throwing the word racist because racist implies you dislike or you think you're better than or something like that. Whereas racial is just
good crack and
having
fun.
a bit of a laugh with the boys. But anyway, don't be ratting me out. Any of these things, if they were ever clipped out of context, I'd have no defense for any. I
really, really, really wanted to clip our St. Patrick's Day Manscaped ad as like a
reel,
like just me starting the top of the morning to you, and you saying that'd be like starting the Happy Chinese New Year one with Ching Chong Bing Bong. I think it's so funny, and it's going to lose us the sponsor. I've sent them because they were like, "You did." By the way, thank you to everyone who did the Manscaped thing because that was fucking like they're now going to start paying us. But they were like, just before we do, can you send us over the timestamps so we can just double check what the ad reads sounded like? And I was like,
Perhaps it's best you just give us the money and look the other way, Manscaped. Perhaps it's best you never learn what we've been saying to sell your sordid products.
And actually, by the way, there's a chance that we will have to cut to a Manscaped ad in the middle of this because they haven't sent us the new reads and haven't confirmed whether we're getting paid or not yet. Well, we should get paid. So if we do need to cut to an ad, it will happen now. And if we don't, need to cut to an ad, then
we will continue now.
Nothing has happened just there, and you know why.
Yeah, you know why, you pigs.
But the reason I brought up enjoying the album is I was on this time. I did Johnny Cash. American 4. The Man Comes Around.
Well, tell me now. Give me an old song off of that.
Hurt.
Oh, this is when Johnny was old and sad.
Yeah, really old, really sad.
Old,
I think
sad
it's
Johnny.
his last album.
Oh, man.
I think he's real fucked.
That's the best Johnny.
Fucked by this point.
Yeah.
Really.
I hurt myself today.
Yeah. My name it is Sam Hall. Sam Hall. I love this song. My name it is Sam Hall. It's Sam Hall. My name it is Sam Hall. And I hate you one and all.
Oh.
My name it is Sam Hall. Damn your eyes.
Oh.
I think that's such a funny thing to say to people.
I'd love to say that to more people. Damn your eyes. I hate you one and all. I'd like to walk into a bar and just be like, I hate you one and all.
Damn your eyes.
I'll have a whiskey, Marjorie, and then I'm going to come see about that big clit of yours. I'm going to come over there and see about that big old bean of yours.
But I only realised how on brand I am when Liam asked me if I had a memory of first getting into Johnny Cash. And it was an animated film called Barnyard.
Okay.
Have you seen Barnyard?
God, every fucking Portal Tanting for you comes through a stupid cartoon. But go
It's
on.
a very lovely cartoon.
Right.
Very funny. It's like Toy Story for farm animals. So like when the farmer comes in, they all pretend they can't talk and walk on 2 legs anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a young cow called Otis. And
I like that.
And it does all get confused in that all of the male characters are also cows with udders.
Yeah, and see, that would take me out of it. As a dairy farmer, I'd be like, turn that shite off.
Yeah, there are just male
And
cows
I'd write an
and
email to
female
the makers
cows.
of Barnyard.
There are male cows and female cows. And
Yeah.
then separately there's a bull.
Yeah, see, they've shit to bed there. I'd write an email to the makers of Barnyard and be like, you're all pedos.
I'm going to ride a tear-stained litter.
Hate you one and all.
Damn your eyes.
Damn your eyes, girl.
But yeah, basically, do you know the fella who plays the cowboy in The Big Lebowski?
Oh, Sam Elliot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does the voice of like the dad, and he sings "I Won't Back Down" in the style of Johnny Cash.
Oh.
And that's how I got into that because I learned it on the banjo.
The Tom Petty song, I Won't Back Down?
Yeah, but then Johnny Cash.
Won't back down.
And it's E minor, D, G, learned on the banjo.
Down. God, a Johnny Cash version of Don't Back Down would be sick.
That has happened.
Oh, I have to listen
It's
to
on
that.
American 3, yeah.
Oh, that would have me ready for war.
It's unreal.
Imagine just being like, now, if Putin, if they invade, World War III happens, because we'll all have little AirPods. That's the great thing about if we get on the front line, we'll all have our little AirPods in. You'll be listening to podcast or whatever, and then you know what I mean? But like,
you'll go down listening to fucking Parenting Hell with Rob Beckett and
yeah, but it'd be only you'd only be being
Sweet Relief.
Yeah. But I would just imagine if I was on the front line and just having Johnny Cash, and I won't back down, I'd be like, come fucking get me, Putin.
That's the thing. It's when the big dad cow is fighting off the foxes to protect the hens.
Ah,
yeah,
right. And so this is how you got into Johnny Cash, and was with Nell now, and he's sitting there in his head full of artistic ideas and strange sounds from the Orient or whatever he listens to. And did he respect your love of Cash?
No. He likes foreign films with subtitles and such.
This is what he's after.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, talking about films, we've had the Oscars.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Oscars?
Oh, by Jesus.
Myself and Cumlung sat up in a Premiere Inn and watched the whole ceremony.
Go away.
Yeah.
You and Cumlung.
Yeah.
Big packet of chili heat wave Doritos.
I think we
couple
got
of milkshakes.
We got kebabs and we saw one of the like roughest looking. He was probably like 17, maybe 18, and he was as steaming as I've ever seen anyone.
Yeah.
After the show in Chester, and he was in the kebab shop, and he kept going. Just like aggressive hiccups that was
Right.
like, this man's going to throw up in the next 2 minutes. And he's walking in going, chips and cheese and chili sauce. And then the guy goes, the chili sauce is quite... The kebab shop men have seen everything.
Oh, my God. You can see it in their eyes sometimes. It's like the hurt.
They've seen the drags of society.
Oh, my
Really,
days.
really.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, oh, the chili sauce is spicy. He goes, just put it on. And then he goes, no, you should try it. And then the guy gives him like a little tub of like I don't think they ever put it on any of the food. It's like this insane thing that they only have for fucking with drunk children. And he gives it to him, and the guy like takes it and goes, doesn't know what to do. And this guy's just laughing at him. The kid like sprints outside to try and like curl off his mouth. And then we go in and order, and the kid comes back in. He's worse hiccups now. And then the man behind the counter just goes, why are you doing this? What's this for? Stupid.
So he was berating him for hiccuping.
Yeah.
He thought the hiccuping was just an annoying choice this fellow was making.
Yeah, but he was just taking the piss out of him.
Right.
It was really, really funny.
I like
the kid
that,
just
man.
hadn't a fucking clue where he was. He's having such he had no control of his body. It was so brutal.
Oh,
Very
nice.
funny. But we went back and watched the Oscars.
I like to think, and just let me, this is my imagination, that you and Connell, you're watching the Oscars, you're both wearing dressing gowns, and you have curlers in. I just like the idea
I
of
think
that.
we can keep that in.
Right.
I'm in my pajamas.
Yeah.
Come along's a pajamaless boy.
Yeah, I wouldn't have pajamas. Like the fact you have pajamas, I do love it, and I know there will come a time where you have your name written on your pajamas.
Yeah.
Curlers in, slippers on, and just watching, finding.
I'm wearing slippers right now.
Yeah, you're a boy of comfiness.
But is it rare that, because I've discovering this recently, is it rare that fellas wear pajamas?
I think so now. I go to bed in my undies, and I
You've
get
been
up in my
wearing
undies.
them all day.
Huh?
But you've been wearing them all day.
So why forsake them now? Why turn my back on them now when it's their time to lie in a nice bed? Do you know what I mean? They've served me all day. I'm not going to now it's time that they can have some rest in a bed and be like, nah, fuck you. I'm going to betray you for an old pair of dusty PJs.
Do you think at the end of the day when I take off my undies to put on my pajamas, the undies are sat there on the floor like Eloi, Eloi, lema sabachthani, which is what Jesus said before he died. My God, why have you abandoned me?
Yes. Imagine thinking it's like, I've done all the hard work today. I'm protecting your cock, balls and asshole, and I've done all this stuff, and I say, oh, it's bedtime now. And then you're just like, no, the floor for you.
Well, I put them in the laundry basket.
Huh? That's even worse.
I used to have a great laundry basket. I feel like you're not a man with a laundry basket.
I've got a little bag that I put stuff in.
Tesco bag.
Huh?
A Tesco bag.
No, it's little
Tote
as the
bag?
days long. No, just like a plastic little bag that I throw my clothes in at the end. I'm disgusting. The way I live is absolutely horrible. I should be put down, and I'm disgusted I'm still alive. I am. It's really rotten. My roommate, actually, I had a fucking... I had a bit of a fight with her now, but cause I'm interested to see what you say on this. So she had people staying in my room over the weekend. I was in Berlin Friday, Saturday.
And this was requested in advance?
Yeah. She asked, could I have people stay in the room? So anyway, I goes, yeah, whatever. Now, my room's a bit like Beirut, but it's like, whatever, stay in the room, I don't care. We're friends for her. But anyway...
And did you say, are you like a yes, but like strip the bed after?
Me? No. I'm like, let me smell them. Make sure they urinate in the bed if they can. No, I don't really care. But but anyway, she takes upon herself to clean my room, which I didn't like. Because it's like, I didn't ask. Don't touch my shit. If they want to stay in the bed, you can put fresh sheets on the bed or something if you want for them. But don't fucking touch my shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't want...
I think this entirely depends on what state the room was in.
Oh, complete kind of cesspit, crack denish,
Like clothes strewn all over the floor.
Sure, look, everything everywhere. There's
Cups,
stains that are unaccounted for. There's,
plates.
Yeah.
Tissues?
Smells. No, come on. No, there's no plates. There's a few cups. There's a couple of glasses. There's bits and bobs. Listen, but the thing is, I'm giving you the room. Let's go sleep in the bed and don't be touching all my shit. Anyway, whatever. It cleans the room. Fair enough.
Did they do a nice job of cleaning the room?
Yeah. So
this has annoyed you?
Not really. The cleaning the room, but a little bit. It's kind of a little bit because I was like, I just don't. It makes me feel a little bit invaded or something, or maybe judged. Maybe is the thing.
But then it's just one person judging you rather than the people who are also staying judging you.
Right, but then
so it probably solves the problem. Although I would say maybe the move, if you think, oh God, this is a bit grim for my friends that need to stay, is your housemate should stay in your room and give them her nice room.
There you go.
I think that's a good solution.
That's a good solution. But so anyway, I get back on yesterday, so Sunday, and now I barely slept because I had to get a very early flight from Berlin. I'd be Berlin Friday, Saturday. I ride back, and I come into my room. There's no sheets on my bed. The duvet's not there. It's just completely nothing. And I'm like, I've given the room now for 2 days. And I'm like, I want to go to sleep. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I text my roommate. I was like, where's my bed stuff? Send her a picture. Get nothing back. Then I'm going up and down looking for the duvet. Look for everything. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, that's brutal.
And now I'm just feeling so annoyed. So then I message saying, then I go, where the fuck is my duvet? I was, where the fuck's my duvet? Like, I want to go to sleep, So then I call her, and I'm like, oh, where's the stuff for my bed? And she's like, oh, talk to this other roommate, And I'm like, should I make an apology right now that there's no shit on my bed?
Yeah.
I've given my room, and I'm coming home.
Yeah.
Am I being unreasonable there?
No, I think if you... I get if their move is to, like, strip the bed and put the stuff in the wash, but you have to at least have just like the stuff ready to be put on the bed, or like, like the next batch of sheets ready. I think the social etiquette or the protocol is that you would strip the bed after using someone's bed, but don't take the duvet. Was it duvet cover or just...
The duvet was gone. There was no cover. It was
where
just
the fuck's the duvet?
I don't know. I didn't know where the duvet was. Apparently then it ended up, I would have been in another room. But then I got mad and I was kind of aggro on the call. I was like, what are... And then she was doing a big concert yesterday, a St. Patrick's Day concert. So then she, and my problem was I had cursed in a message. So now I have been a bit aggro-y. So I've been a bit aggressive. So then she wrote,
but you come home tired.
I know.
And your bed doesn't exist.
I know.
Functionally, your bed doesn't exist.
Functionally, my bed doesn't exist. And to me, to let people stay in my room, which I have no problem doing, and move around things if you need to, But to come home then and there to be nothing on my bed,
yeah,
to me that's a fucking piss take.
There's no problem with the cleaning of the room.
Yeah.
There's no problem with any of that stuff.
Right.
But the removal of the duvet is crazy talk.
Right.
And they knew what day you were coming back?
Yes, absolutely. But now she had this big concert that day. So she was focused on that. It was the debut of a group that she's been working on for ages. So then she writes back this angry message like, "Are you serious that you're giving me these aggro messages? That I have enough to worry about today." So I said, and then I was like, right, okay. So then I just was like, she does have a big thing going on today. But it's like, I have shows tonight. I don't know, but not. She's a bigger thing. So then I just write back. I was like, because I'm like, look, I'm not going to have the big argument now, and I don't even want to have a big argument. But so I just said, oh look, I might have overreacted there. I just felt the piss was taken. I'm coming home. There's no and sorry. I just like, look, sorry if I added more stress to you. I didn't mean that, but sorry. And just no reply to that then, which I thought was me being very reasonable.
You've de-escalated.
Yeah.
You've conflict resolution.
Yeah.
You're Bill Clinton in Belfast.
Aha.
You're a peacemaker.
Yes, I'm John Hume.
And it's been thrown back in your face.
In my face ignored. Like a cup of hot piss.
It's been ignored. That's frustrating. I would say that's frustrating.
That's
so what was
hurtful to me.
I need to know where the duvet was.
It was just in someone else's room.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what had happened. I don't know if people had refused to stay in my room in the end or what, or they took the duvet to another room, or there was some sort of an orgy took place and everyone moved into one room to lick each other's bums.
Answers. What? So the sheet is on the mattress?
No, there's no...
The bed is stripped.
The bed is stripped. There's no sheet.
Duvet.
There's nothing on the pillows. There's no duvet. I come in. They know I'm coming home this Sunday.
If the bed had just been stripped, coverless pillows, coverless duvet, like sheetless mattress, I think that's okay. I think that's kind of the done thing if you stay in someone's room, is to strip the bed.
Right.
And then you can, it's like annoying to come home and have to make your own bed, but you know.
Yeah.
Now this is a question that I wouldn't ask most people.
Can I make my own bed? Am I capable of such a feat?
Do you have more than one set of bedclothes?
Yeah, I do. Now, very recently. Yeah, I do.
This is post-Ramesh.
This is, Ramesh has had to, put the foot down a few times on my,
What were you doing before?
alternative lifestyle. What
were you doing before? You just never wash your bedclothes?
No, just you might have a night or two where you were just kind of,
raw dog on the mattress?
Raw dog in the mattress. And listen.
You can't do that.
Well, you can, and I did, and it went just fine. And, it was a nice change of pace and a bit of friction on your bum. Never hurt anyone.
For the sake of how much money?
Huh?
For the sake of how much money?
It's not about the money. It's just about me not having the cognitive awareness that I could get more shit. My problem
there are so many problems in your life that you could solve that you just don't.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not. I'm a deranged kind of a man who's truly struggling living independently. And honestly, there are times I do believe the experiment of me being an independent adult has failed. I should just move home to my farm.
You belong in a different time. You belong in the time where you would have been married by 21.
Yeah, and just had someone... And
you just make the short leap from your mother to your wife.
Yes. And
they look after you now.
100%. My father has it that way. My father can't even... My mother has to put out his clothes, put out money for him, everything like that.
That's so fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
She picks his clothes that he's going to wear.
I mean, my dad's like bad, but he's not that bad. Like, mum does all.
Your father is a known paedophile. So let's not say he's not that bad, okay? He's one of the most heinous characters currently living in the north of Ireland, all right? And is wanted by several.
That's a high bar.
Yeah. So... my father, so I think I probably, I am someone who would have just needed someone to do these things for me. Because what my problem is in my head, right, I forget.
Watch out for Diego.
I forget, sorry. Mwah, mwah, love you. I forget sometimes that I can change the course of history.
Now, you say the course of history,
yes.
You mean your day-to-day existence.
Yeah, for example, I'll have bed sheets, and these are bed sheets I have, and then...
You think your bed sheets are part of the course of history?
Yes. They're everything, if you think about it. A fart I took last night is part of the course, if you know what I mean. That causes a butterfly effect. Someone goes, ooh, and they didn't like the smell, so then... And then
Ashton Kutcher's in a movie?
Yeah. Exactly. So everything has a little, like, if I just went like that, I flick right now. History's been changed. Sorry that I had to do that, but now that's going to set off a set of reactions. That's probably going to.
I can't let that stand.
I know. Yeah.
I can't let that.
No,
stand.
come on, do it. You bet. Yeah. And now this has caused, and now this is going to go on. Ah! You see, everything causes something. Now the podcast ends, and history's been changed. But so. What I'm saying is, I'll have a set of bed sheets, right? And then I'll be like, in my head, I'll be like, these are the bed sheets I have. And then, the bed sheets are dirty. I better wash them so that I can use the bed sheets again. And then it doesn't enter my mind, really, that it's a possibility that I could buy more bed sheets. Do you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't, someone has to tell me, why don't you buy more bed sheets? And I go... I didn't realize I can do that, can't I? I can change the rules.
Can be exchanged for things.
I had a genuine period a couple of years ago where I went through
new bed sheets if that happened.
Well, yeah, lad. But I went through a period a few years ago where a sock drought, where I genuinely, it was a big problem I had for months. People are like, how are you? I'm like, I'm all right, but I have very few socks now. I've ran out of my socks. And they were like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I don't know where they're going. I don't know how I'm losing them. Blah, blah. And it literally got to a point where I had a friend who was like, go and buy more fucking socks. Because I'd been talking about my lack of socks for months. I'd be like at dinner, people like, oh, what's going on? I'd be like, I think I've like got 2 pairs left now. And they're like, what do you mean? I don't know where they go. They're just gone. And people always just kind of humor me and be like, oh, okay. And they just try to change the subject. And then one day my friend was like, go buy more socks. What are you doing? And I was like, but somehow in my head, I kind of thought I had my quota of socks that I'd been given, and I'd squandered them.
You'd been surviving purely on bad Christmas presents.
Yeah, and I'd squandered my socks. And I swear to God, when I walked into a store and then just saw all these socks, and it's only like fucking £5 for 6 pairs of socks, I was like, oh, this is incredible.
Yeah, brilliant.
This is incredible.
What a joy.
I think it's just maybe because I never, like, historically bought stuff for myself. I didn't, but this is, Ramesh got me this. She got me these jeans. My mother got me this chain. This came out my mother's vagina, this head. Nothing that I have is mine. It was all given to me. Mad.
But I'm trying to remember, like, I probably was as kind of domestically, can you say?
You're a domestic goddess.
Can you say domestically?
You're like Nigella Lawson without the big tits.
Can you say domestically retarded? Is that a thing that you can say?
Of course you can say it. You did say it and I liked it.
I think there was a point where I was that.
Yeah.
Like when I was like 18 and I first moved away.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know how to cook things. And here's a fun one. When I moved to London, I remember going into a supermarket and asking a man in Tesco where they kept the small broccoli.
Yeah.
Because they just had the big ones. And I was like, where do you keep the small broccoli? And he was like, you just take them out, you cut them off the...
You cut the... Yeah.
Off the big one. And I was like, oh. That feels like something I should have known.
Yeah.
And the fact, when like...
But also the idea that they're just like, where do you keep small broccoli? He's like, come in a completely different section.
A man of taste.
Yes, a man of taste. Come into the back. You know what I mean? Just shows you these fine, just little supplies of different. This is Chilean broccoli, 1982 Chilean broccoli for you, Senor Vito.
And there was that one, and then my dad once was like, "Oh, I'm making sweet potato for dinner. I was like, "Is there anything I can do to help?" And he's like, "Yeah, just if you could boil the sweet potato." I was like, "Great." So I just put the sweet potato in a pot of boiling water, and then half an hour later, I was like, "It's still quite hard." And he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" He walks in, he goes, "You need to fucking chop up the sweet potato before you put it in the boiling water, you fucking idiot." And I was like, You
should have turned around to him and said, "You are a known pedophile." You're calling me an idiot. Don't people in glass houses, Carlo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I hadn't called him a paedophile in a while, and I gotta tell you, it feels good.
He'll be loving it.
Gotta tell you.
He'll be loving it, I'm sure. Having a great old time. But then, so I wasn't cooking proper stuff. I was doing like ready meals. And then I was, in my first year of uni, I had no money.
Right.
Like, no. I remember at one point I sat down and like budgeted the term, and I was like, right, if I can survive on £12 a week, I think it'll be okay.
Hold on now. Why on earth is your father, known paedophile, not giving you some money that you have to be on £12 a
Listen,
week?
they were always happy to help, but I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to like lean it. So it was fine, but like I was just trying to make it on my own.
£12?
So this was the thing. So my loan, my like maintenance loan. So obviously you've like your fees loan that pays the fucking uni.
Right.
You never see that money. And then you have your maintenance loan, which is supposed to pay for like rent and food and all that fucking stuff.
Yeah.
It didn't cover my rent because London.
Yeah.
And that's the fucking long and the short of it. And then so I was working like shit, like agency work around London for like, I think it was £5 an hour.
Yeah.
So you'd go and do like a 6-hour shift. You'd spend like £8 getting there and back. You'd walk away with 22 quid.
Jesus Christ. This is like fucking Oliver Twist stuff.
Yeah.
My
Brutal.
God. Yeah.
So I would
Go to pick a pocket. You should have become an orphan pickpocket.
Well, no,
That
what
worked
I
at
did
at
is
King's Cross.
in some way I did steal sandwiches from old people.
Did you?
Yeah.
So, as in, like, what? They'd be about to...
So I had many schemes. I was a big scheme guy.
This is why I said you'd be good in the mafia. He's got a lot of ideas, Frankie. He's a good kid. Like, he's a little soft, but he's got a lot of ideas.
So, first protocol was the Tesco on the corner near residential halls in first year uni.
Yeah.
You go into the Tesco, and this is the trick that most people don't know. Most people just look for the yellow stickers, you know, the reduced stickers,
Amateurs.
where you can get a sandwich for fuck all money.
Yeah.
What you need to do is go in early in the day.
Yeah.
You find all the sandwiches with today's date on them, because those are the ones that will be discounted at 5, and then again at 7, and then again at 9. So they get discounted more and more as the day goes on.
Rain Man shit going on here.
So
Tesco Rain Man.
So you go in and rains a breeze. There somewhere. There somewhere.
Yeah. I'll give you a pass.
So what you have to go in is go in early in the day, find all the sandwiches that are today's date, so that you know that they will be, and they'll have moved them towards the front because they want to sell them at full price. You hide them.
Whoa. Up your bum.
You go in and hide them behind other things in Tesco.
So like a little Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
You're running around Tesco hiding Sambos
Yeah.
in Tesco.
Yeah.
To what end?
Because then
Pure anarchy.
Because then nobody buys them throughout the day, and they get discounted. And I go back in at 9 o'clock. I retrieve all the sandwiches that I've hidden earlier that day.
You
And I take them up to them and go, oh, this is today's date. Does that need to be discounted? At 9 p.m., the shop closes at 10. They discount them 90%.
90%.
So I'm going up there with an armful of sandwiches, and they're going, how's he getting all these sandwiches? We moved those to the front, and I was hiding them in behind all sorts of shit.
You were Tesco's Princess Sambos.
Yeah, I was just...
Oh, man.
And then, so you do that, and then you get those 90%. Also, the things there's things they always forget to put the discounted stickers on. Cookies, because they're baked in-house every day, so they handwrite those, so you can't really see them. So you'd find those and give those. And then there was one point I was living on a lot of cookies, but then I got my old people scheme. The old people scheme was there's a like sandwich / cafe place in London called Eat.
Eat.
You ever been to an Eat? Capital E, capital A, capital T, and they have like some, you know, it's like a Pret probably.
Oh,
Pret
lad.
adjacent.
Yeah, I do some robbing from the Pret in the
No,
airport.
I never stole from Pret.
I
never did actual
at the
thieving.
airport. You're
No,
paying for
you've
Pret at
spoken
the
this
airport
before.
like a fucking loser.
I'm paying for everything everywhere because otherwise I panic.
No way,
I
lad.
get so stressed about thievery.
Lad, I raid the Pret in the airport, and it's just shit. I don't even try it. I just bam, bam, bam. Literally just take it straight out the door. Yeah, run after me, you bums. I'm off to Berlin. See you later. I've literally got a getaway plane waiting for me. You know what I mean?
You get on the plane and go, 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 go.
Go, 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 now! What do you think? I said go! I've got a salmon and egg mayonnaise roll here, and it's going to get me arrested.
There's too much heat on me right now.
Yeah.
But Eat.
So these old people, you're stealing from old people.
So, listen.
What?
Eat sandwich shop. Similar thing when things are about to go out of date, their whole thing is like made fresh every day.
Yes.
So they're not actually about to go out of date properly. It's just like goes against their fucking tagline. So local like old people's residences would like, as part of each like charity thing, they would like give them to those people. Prat's the same. Prat does it for homeless shelters. Anything that's about to go out of date, they send over to homeless shelters. And so they needed people like volunteers who were often students to take all the sandwiches to the local old people's residence. So I would pick up a bin bag full of sandwiches, walk around to the old people's residence, put them out on the table. The old people's residence probably has like 20 people in there. And the guy who organised it on their end was always like, look, they're not going to eat all of these. So I would just pick and choose the best sandwiches.
You take whoa.
And then go and eat them.
And you'd leave the worst sandwiches for these poor old coffin dodgers.
Yeah, they can't taste anything.
Huh?
They can't taste anything.
This is the only thing they have to look forward to in a day. Is there nice, fresh salmon and pickled sambo?
They're not allowed to use the oven. They're not, like, you know, the sandwiches that you need to heat. You're like meatball firecracker.
Were you taking those?
I was taking the meatball firecrackers.
I suppose you don't want to give old people one of them.
No, that'd kill them.
That'll fucking
Give
burn
them
the asshole off them.
flashbacks.
Yeah. The stomach will fall out of the cunts.
Yeah, so I was basically just eating old people's sandwiches.
You were a little
for long time.
mastermind then, even. You did,
And then you got free dinner at the bar job that I worked, and I was just like, always hustling.
right. And is this? Did you ever think of like writing rap at the time about that?
Not about
Do you know what I mean?
that, but I was writing raps at one point in my life.
Were you really?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. But that's often like people like, because like Jay-Z
But that was just
a hustler.
terrible,
What?
terrible raps. But I just really liked rap. I got really into those Genius videos where they like highlight the rhyme schemes in different colors.
So what? Who was your favorite rapper? Lil Pussy. Did you like Lil Pussy?
No, I
You feel
don't.
like someone who'd be a big fan of Lil Pussy.
No,
I made up that name,
yeah.
but it seems like someone you would be like, just
Yeah,
like
I feel like you were calling me a pedophile.
no, not like a Lil Pussy, but you know, more like Lil Wayne, like Lil Yo,
Yeah, well,
it's me, Lil Pussy.
It's like
And-
Little Dicky.
And I could, yeah, exactly. But I could imagine you being like, he's got the new Lil Pussy album. Do you listen to that? And everyone just like, Vittorio, go away. You know what I mean? But who did you like? Who were you?
Chance the Rapper.
Chance, right,
And Loyal Corner and Kendrick Lamar. Those were my three big
right.
rap people that I liked.
And what did you like about like Chance? I mean, Chance he was in Chicago and he used to come to a place called Whirly Ball that I was working at, and he wouldn't tip. Fuck you, Chance.
Not so much for Christian now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and you thought you got
fucking
away
cunt.
with it, but you
Yeah.
forgot. Mike, 8 years later, was going to have a fucking podcast that reaches
Dozens of people.
dozens of people, and now you're ruined.
You're fucked, mate.
Yeah,
And your second album wasn't great.
no, you never-
Coloring book is amazing. The second one, pretty bad.
Yeah, and guess why? Because the nastiness seeped in. Because you didn't tip the good people of Whirly Ball, who were bringing you fucking wings, weren't they? Yeah, and you didn't care.
You big Christian fella.
You had nothing for the little man.
How are you going to be an angel if you're not tipping for wings?
Yeah. Pig. Anyway, that was our message to Chance the Rapper. If anyone knows Chance, get that
But
on.
even I was even switched on like domestically, at least on some level at that point. I remember I was really excited. I got myself a laundry basket with dividers.
So what? So you got undies in one part?
I had like an apartheid state of
Right.
of laundry,
Yeah.
darks, lights.
Oh, really?
So you never have to do that thing. I mean, you're not separating darks and lights for your washing. Let's not fuck around.
Lad, I wish all this stuff, even as you're saying it, just all overwhelms me. You know, just all, I can't believe how much things need to be done as an adult. So I just don't do any of them.
Yeah.
and
But it means you don't have to like separate it out and do like a dark wash, a light wash. They're already there. You go bang, there you go, bang, there you go. No faff.
right.
Pre-organized washing.
I like a bit of faff.
No, you don't.
I like a bit of rigmarole. I like things
Big
to...
rigmarole guy.
Yeah, I like things that stress me out and get things wrong and ruin all my clothes in the wash and leave everything. Recently, I just leave I've lost, I think, 5 jackets in the last 2 months. I have no jacket. Look, can I show
It's
you the
cold.
jacket I wore today?
Yeah,
It's
it
what
is
I'm now wearing.
We'll finish the podcast with Mike's jacket that he was wearing today because it is absolutely. Wait, for 1 second, wait, stop there, Mike. I mean, you really didn't stop at any point when I said stop there. I wanted people to guess what it was going to look
All
like.
right. Well,
That is so shit.
this is so shit.
It's definitely
I
a
bought-
girl's jacket.
I bought this for €6 in Naples in Italy. And as I was getting it Ramesh, my girlfriend was like, why the fuck are you buying that? And I was like, it's £6. And she's like, yeah, but
'cause
it's
it's
yeah, but it's shit.
'Cause
And then
it's
I was like,
fucking
but
shit.
it's £6. Like, I would buy a pot, like if someone was selling a thing of their own shit for £5, I'd be like, it's £5. Let me get that man's blood-ridden shit.
We have to work on this, Michael, because this is awful.
It is awful, and this is all I have left because I've left every single jacket, expensive jackets,
In different Eastern
winter
European
jackets,
cities.
in just different Eastern European cities. I just walk into rooms, I take my jacket off, go, and I just wander away like a child. I'm so absent-minded. I don't know how I've gotten this
But
far.
how? Because
nearly
you
get hit by a
meditate
bus every day.
and you're like, you meditate every day. You're in the moment. You're doing all this fucking shite.
Well, lad, the meditation has gone. I'm gone a bit off the boil with that. I'm at the minute. I'm drinking too much. I'm not sleeping very well. It's all. I'm going to have to go back on the sweeties.
And this is just before you go on tour.
100%. And that's the thing. I'm thinking I am not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to function on this tour. I'm going to have to go back on medication. I'm going to have to. I'm eating so badly.
What are you eating?
Huh?
What are you eating?
Oh, I didn't want to say your mother's vagina. And I did. It came out of my mouth. I'm not. What was your one's name I was talking about earlier? Marjorie O'Reilly or something. No, lad. Kebabs, burgers, chips, fry-ups, one thing after another. It's just...
During Lent.
It's... Lad, I've become more of a pig, more of a gluttonous swine during Lent. It's all just gone...
Well, you've got the second half of Lent now.
Huh?
You got the post St. Patrick's Day half of Lent. You can do it.
So we're going bowling later on, and we're not drinking alcohol.
I would disagree on that, but okay.
I
didn't drink yesterday, and it was St. Patrick's Day yesterday, and I need to drink something.
I was drinking like the Queen of Egypt.
I was really
the blood
strong.
of the peasants.
We'll talk about this more on the Patreon, but because we've done an hour and that's enough. But patreon.com/parenting. You are literally, when this comes out, you're about to go on tour. It's a week until the tour starts.
I'm about to go on tour. The people of Hull, you rudderless pigs. Get tickets to my show. That's first show of the tour.
As someone who has just recently been to Hull, there's fucking nothing else to do.
Come on.
It's a shithole.
Hey, easy now.
It's a dump.
No,
Go see Mike's show.
It's a soundscape of beautiful people and stuff.
It's not beautiful people.
Come on.
That's
ugly, good-hearted people.
We were walking through it, and Connell turned to me and said, "Everybody here is fucking leaping."
For fuck, yeah, because Connell couldn't get. There was no one he wanted to fuck.
And then we saw one attractive woman, and it was like,
Connell ran after her,
a commotion.
Pants around his ankles, just come on, please. He's a scummy little bastard. Connell, again, you'll get your comeuppance. Hull, Leeds, we still have plenty of tickets left.
Leeds is a beautiful place and a beautiful venue.
Right, Manchester. I think there's we went to a bigger venue and there's now only 5 tickets left, so I think that will be probably sold out. And maybe it's too late to add another one, so I don't know. The other one's Aberdeen. I put a show on there. You better come to that show or I'm going to fucking shove a firework up all your arses. Edinburgh, Glasgow. Glasgow, the third show that I added, which is on the Saturday, 13th of April. What about coming to that? Edinburgh, the 12th and 11th, Thursday and Friday. The Thursday is just about sold out, but you can get tickets for the Friday. What about that? There's still tickets left for that. You could come. What? And all the rest of my shows, MikeRiceComedy.com. Please.
The link will be in the description.
I will be in the middle of a seismic mental breakdown when you see me, and I really do think that is going to be the case. I've got stories about Berlin for the Patreon as well, and
I'm still on tour around the UK and Ireland. There's tickets left for the extra shows in Belfast, Dublin, and London. Get tickets for those. And apart from that, I think we're fucking cooked on the tour. I might add an extra leg in autumn, but I've left my agent and would have to do all the admin myself, so I might just retire from comedy.
Oh! He's not going to do that.
Last chance to see me.
He's a schemer. He's a scammer. Don't listen to that.
Please get on the mailing list. I have no other way to access
He'll never quit. Oh, lads.
I fucked up.
No, he didn't fuck up. Listen, also, God, I've no one on my mailing list. Why did have I not put effort into the mailing list? Put my mailing list. There's a link in my bios on Instagram. Can you sign up to that as well? Oh, it's like I don't have anything done. Oh, my life is a fucking shambles at the minute. Lad, I'm such a disgrace to myself and others. Anyway, we'll chat to you on the Patreon.
Look after yourselves. Patreon.com/parenting.